Thanks, Rachel. The second qualification round of the All-Star Tournament did not disappoint. Worthing Colt and last year's champion Mr. Styles had the biggest story of the day with the new look Drucker Bacher's HG. They held the lead going into the final minutes of the game day. With only 2 minutes left, Top Notch took the top spot, only to be passed up 1 minute later by The
2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you.
Come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. And now, before... Thanks so much, David. And his team start to get a feel for one another here early in the season, Doris. What are you looking for as a team leader when you're a coach, when you're starting to look for that chemistry element? What's most important, you think, in getting that group getting ready for Oklahoma City? Laverne, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Sabonis comes in for Nick Collison. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Payne in for Oladipo. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Prez in at center. E.J. Tucker is out there with Alex Len. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Knight in at the one spot. And it's Laverne missing.
He should have made that, guys. The defense was okay, but he had no excuse not to finish.
Barbosa with it, working on Payne. Barbosa kicks to Len. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Prez, defended by Laverne. Prez, no good. The Thunder leading by 12. Payne gets a wide open look. The Thunder with another miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Knight kicks to Prez. And Tucker has it in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Tucker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Len grabs the board. Suns trail by 9. Outside Knight. Prez kicks to Len. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second ball. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. Got a piece of it.
You gotta respect the D. Prez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
Knight kicks it to Tucker. Now here's Prez. Guarded closer. Lays it up and banks it in. Prez has got his first pass. Well, what a run it was for Prez in college. He came in with so much expected out of him, and he lives up to the hype by leading his team to a national title.
And when it got down to the nitty-gritty in that game, you just knew he was going to shine. What a storybook ending for him to close out his collegiate career on top.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
Smart basketball. Be patient. Don't force anything. Let the game come to you.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Prez. He He's in at center. Alex Len out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Young, and it's Knight in at the shooting guard. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. And for the Phoenix Suns, it feels like there have been chemistry concerns, Doris, in recent years. Why is that?
You know, Kevin, I think something like that's hard to pinpoint. It just seems like something is off, right? So much of winning in the NBA is about culture. And it's tough to win when people aren't on the same page. For this franchise to turn it around, that's got to change.
Pass to Sabonis. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Suns trail by 4. Ahead. Finished off the break. Tucker's got 5 now.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Thunder shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Payne passes to Laverne. Misses the layup.
Great possession with an even better shot. Disappointing it doesn't go.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. And fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement. That's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks. Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Victor Oladipo comes in for Grant. Here's Payne. 11-point game his last outing. Hands it from downtown. And the Thunder lead by 5.
The quick hitter from 3-point range off the inbound play. They ran that set perfectly.
Here's Levens. Teardrop shot. And Adams sends it back. Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Back to Adams. Got a hand on it. And now the Suns at fast break. Here's Young. Finished off the break.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And certainly the early surprise of the 2015 draft class, Doris, is Devin Booker. Number 13 overall. He could end up being one of the top 2 or 3 players in the entire draft class.
Well, I think, Kevin, for Booker, a lot of people slept on him because of his college team. Came out of Kentucky, and that team was loaded with talent, headlined by Karl Anthony Towns. He was actually the 4th player off that team to be drafted. Insane that he went just 13th.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Clock at 2. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And so here is Oklahoma City. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, lack of ball movement led to bad shot selection, degree of difficulty on all the shots, just too much. Bad overall effort. Yeah, that shot was...
Come on, let's go. We're letting one guy look like a world beater out there. Everything is going right for him on the perimeter. So I want bodies on him constantly. No space.
And we're through the first...
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. Listen, guys.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here. Setting the look for Oklahoma City. Laverne, he's checked in for Collison. Andre Robertson comes in for Jeremy Grant, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Phoenix also making some changes. Trez is checked in for Chandler. Brandon Knight comes in for T.J. Ward. Young is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Andre Robertson out there with Laverne. then it's Payne, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Doris, of course, you played point guard. You know all about that position. You know all about the game. We're seeing a renaissance, in fact, at that point guard position right now in the NBA. But just for the moment, if you will, talk about the mentality of playing point guard.
So I think the most important aspect of this is you are the caretaker of your team, and caretaker implies many things. First and foremost, you've got to be intimately familiar with every position on the floor. You've got to understand your job and then the jobs of everybody else. And then, as importantly, it's your responsibility to make everybody feel good. So if your power forward hasn't touched the ball in 6 or 7 trips and he's a main scorer, you find that. The position forces you to take a broad perspective of the game.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Prez, no good. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Sabonis, no good. That would have tied it.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Tucker dishes to Prez. To the left side wing. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. And Tucker kicks to Prez. Puts it up from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Prez has got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns. You talk about making a splash in the league. Not only did Prez lead his team to a win, but he also put up some great numbers in his debut.
And you see why everyone is expecting great things from this kid. It looks like the future of this franchise is in good hands. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Barbosa kicks to Prez. From inside, again, Phoenix.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Westbrook kicks to Laverne, shot from 12. Payne can't hit. Suns leading by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's good from long range.
And with Prez, you get it all. Outstanding passes to his guys who have clean looks at the basket.
Westbrook with it. He's got 18. From deep. Off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. The Suns on top, leading by 7. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
You know, you also have to...
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
I mean, we got to start talking more on defense, fellas. Talking myself here. Talking myself.